Let's flipping go, chat. They miss witches. Now I've just got to click this in for nothing. Like Maddock. Like, oh! Yes, guys, what's going on? It's Specimen today. Very, very exciting one because Shield Wall Control is here. Now, the reason I'm playing Shield Wall Control is because Mobilization Revenant felt really good. I got to 2.5 with it pretty quickly. However, as good as it is, it sucks. And the reason is it sucks is the leader ability feels super lackluster. It's bad against SK. You know, like the mobilization leader ability on archers just doesn't feel great. You don't really feel good about bleeding, and bleeding in Gwent at the moment feels like a really, really important thing to be able to do quite freely. So yeah, the other idea was, okay, what other control kind of decks can we be playing? I tried quite a few things, and Shield Wall makes a lot of sense because you use your shield on Einsace, right? And you've got a big control tool that you otherwise wouldn't have in like a mobilization list. So yeah, it's obviously a Maddock deck. You guys know me by now. I think Dimitri Bomb is probably the best card in the game. It's my hot take that I'm sharing. I thought I'd share it with you YouTube guys. Been saying it a lot to some people, and people are just saying you're a clown. But this card is a full provision card with a 3-point body, basically, right? Thins your deck. It's carryover, sort of, but it just... This card is just nuts. I couldn't believe when I saw that it was revealed, and I'm completely unsurprised to see it's getting an absolute ton of play. Yeah, and the other bombs we're using, double Moondust and 1 Northern Wind. You could honestly play 1 Moondust, 2 Northern Wind for all the Maddock mirrors, but like Moondust is so good against defenders, Hefty Helg. I just really like the Moondust. And also, like, Northern Realms has always wanted this Purify card, right? This offensive Purify. Okay, it's not great to be purifying a cave troll with a Moondust because it's like 0 tempo, but you get the 3 from Maddock. It's just a nice option to have, though, like this offensive Purify. So, yeah, these are all the bombs I'm using. Not an abundance of bombs in this one. We're pretty low on the bomb side, but Maddock still does a job. Now, obviously, the other thing I really like using when I'm playing Maddock is Portal. And in the Revenant deck, I was portaling into Quedreny Knights, which is great, but there are some downsides of that, right? Like, I was playing Maulers and they felt kind of bad, but it's really nice to be able to assault for a Quedreny Knight when you need it for like a big reach play. Also, a really good part of bleeding with assault is just bleeding with a Quedreny Knight, and you might trade for a Ceres or something like that. And if it's your first assault, you get your assault again for round 3, so it's like a free trade. Whereas if you assault for like a Griffin, which is just not quite the same amount of tempo, it doesn't demand as much respect. So not having access to this assault on Quedreny Knights feels pretty bad, but we also don't want to make our portal sucky. So what other card is really flipping good in NR? Well, Shield Wall, Shields, hello, welcome to the deck, Griffin Witcher Adept. Brilliant card. One of the best things about Witcher NR is this card. It is absolutely fantastic when combined with target practices. It's kind of unitless in a way because it's really difficult to answer. So this card smurfs against SK. Obviously, we've got bombs, so they can play like a hunter, and then they could gutting slash it. But as soon as they play the hunter, we could just bomb it, right? Card just feels really flipping good in this deck. And the fact we're playing Shield Wall means also all these shields mean we can play the main man, the Pogner. Added to that as well, Keldar, really good card with Shield Wall. We can play a Quen, which is more shields, right? And we can also play a Baron guy, who's just a solid 9-point card for 6. This is the package. We're not using selective mutations, and I'm not using any other higher end witches. I tried some Siri Dash stuff rather. Don't really have the provisions for it. The provisions are super, super tight in this one. So while like the Witcher NR deck, you have some really nice other high end Witcher targets like Vesemir. We don't have that in this one. However, hopefully we can just litter the deck with enough witches. Now, of course, if I'm playing Quen, I really don't want to be using a Neuromancy and Quen. It just seems like a really bad investment. So for our assault, which obviously we're playing, we're just going to play John. So very similar to the Witcher NR deck, where it's John and Quen. Like, you just don't want to spend provision. You can't use Quen if you're using a Neuromancy. You just want to, if you're using a Neuromancy, it wants to be your only tutor. But we really want to use this Quen, right? The shields it gives us are so many points. Also, it's just an extra Witcher to transform into an Adept. We have to use Quen in this deck, so this is the route we take it. Now, obviously, there's some other Witchers that we're going to want to put in. We're going to want to play double Griffin Witcher. Card's just really good. Really, really nice with our Crystal Skull. Also, like with target practice, this card becomes a lot better because if we do Crystal Skull it, in Revenants, we have no way of boosting it, but in this deck, we can target practice it, which is really nice. Also, another late addition to this one is, in fact, a Griffin Witcher Mentor. Griffin Witcher Mentor is in the deck because a lot of the time you can actually brick with this. You might draw a knight, you might even draw your Maddock, right? And it's just really flipping nice to be able to just mulligan this card away and not brick. Because it does happen quite a lot. Now, there's one other card, chat. Is it a second Northern Wind? Was I playing double Northern Wind? Maybe I was playing double Northern Wind. Chat, help us out. I guess we just settled on double Northern Wind. There's some other cool cards, like Bomb Heaver's not bad. Maybe it was a one-off Bomb Heaver I was playing as well. Like, Bomb Heaver's not a terrible card. It doesn't quite feel like it fits this deck. So, yeah, let's go for the double Northern Wind. It makes sense, right? It's good in the Maddock matchup. 6 bombs feels like a fair amount. And, of course, the card I've forgotten about is Maxi. This makes sense why I'm not playing double bombs, but I'm playing Maxi. Because this is another reason. This is a really important card in the deck. Another reason we can hopefully get away with playing Portal without using a Neuromancy, because I can Maxi in round 1 or 2, and if I see Portals at the bottom of my deck, that deck is getting shuffled. So Maxi's a really interesting card, because she's cheap, she's proactive, she's a decent amount of points. In this deck, the proactivity is not something we really struggle with, but like in a round 2 dry pass, she's the perfect card. Like if we lose round 1, our opponent passes, Maxi's perfect. You can also use her round 1 just to see what you're going to draw into. You might just want to try and remember. Some people take a screenshot, which you might think is cheating, but it's kind of fair enough, right? Screenshot to see what you're going to draw into. But what you can do, you look at your deck from top to bottom. If you're happy with it, you can just keep everything tickety-boo. You know exactly what you're going to draw into. Bear in mind, the cards you mulligan away. Let's say I mulligan some cards away in round 2. You then could draw into them in round 3. Just something to consider. But you can also have the option to shuffle your deck and place a card at the bottom of it. So let's say your opponent plays Cynthia. I could then Maxi, put the Golem at the bottom, right? Shuffle it up. Don't do it too early against Clog. Let them clog you a bit and then shuffle, right? So she's really cool in that regard. I use her in quite a lot of my decks, like in Shiru deck. She's really nice to put Shiru on the bottom. In this deck, you can obviously just put like a Quedwini Knight on the bottom. But really, we're just looking for that portal. Ideally, you want to use Maxi in round 2. The reason for that is let's say I use Maxi in round 1 and I've got like Heat Wave on the top, but then at the bottom is Portal. I could use my Maxi, shuffle, never see my Heat Wave again. Whereas if I wait until round 2, I can mulligan quite aggressively, especially with this Mentor. We can mulligan quite aggressively, try and get as many gold cards in our hand as possible, right? And then we Maxi. Because what we don't want to do is shuffle our deck if our top deck is a gold card, right? So Maxi round 2 is ideal. Sometimes you are just going to jam her round 1. Deck's really fun. I think it's got a lot of potential. Really good into SK, I think, for a Northern Realms deck. Also, it is pretty good sometimes against Cloggers. Revenants does feel better. But if you draw your cards, you should be winning. So there's that. Let's go. Right, so the first mulligan I've taken in the first game, we're up against Uprising. It'll be interesting to see how we perform in the mirror. I don't want double Griffin Adept in hand, but I also don't want to hit Maddock, right? But I guess if worse comes to worse, I can play the Mentor from Gwent. Maxi's a beautiful card to have access to. Obviously, Assault's pretty good too. And it's pretty nice. I like it. I think in this matchup, it's honestly not out of the question to just invest a shield on this Griffin Witcher. Like, could be an idea, honestly. We could also just Assault for one. I would like these engines to apply some pressure, right? So I'm pretty content with the idea, honestly. Sorry, this is a big commitment. Let's just play this. Do we want to... So basically the question is, would we rather play a shield? Also, Pogner in this matchup, by the way, right? On Adepts. Oh my god, does it smurf. So I just want a long round, I think. I think I'm just going to commit my Assault. I think this is my best path to victory. So yeah, Pogner in the mirror. Oh my god, just don't even kill their Adepts, right? In round 3. Don't want... 2 in round 1. That's why like Moondusts aren't as good, right? But I'll use Moondust this round to win the round without committing Pogner. That's going to be the objective, right? So we trade Assaults. Okay. I don't have Einsace to try and abuse them too much here, which is a bit unfortunate. Wow. Like, come on, man. Heatwave. Hello? Einsace would kill this too. But we don't draw either of them, unfortunately. We could Quen and try and find Einsace, but it's reaching, right? I would just take the Moondust in it. Like, I can ping another Griffin Witcher down and Dimitri bomb it. We've purified the Veil. Maddox spawns in the front row as well. What a guy. Like, just spawning where he's supposed to. You love to see it. Is it ever worth smashing your own Griffin with D-Bomb? Maybe if it's got a shield, it could be. I mean, it's not great, but probably not is the answer. But it can also be worth, like, moondusting your Madoc in certain situations. Probably not in this deck. But, like, if it gets doomed by, like, a fortune teller, you take the moondust on it, probably. Or even if they packed it, you can do that as well, right? Some people do pact your Maddox. Yeah, we are just going to kill this in round 1. The fact they're playing location is good because we want them to have more adepts. Make sure we click. Maddox spawning in the wrong row. I mean, he did a good job in the first instance, right? We can't ask too much of him. Like, let's have some reasonable expectations here. So we're just trying to win the round, right? Like, I could Pogner and maybe win on even. Maybe that could have been a better line, but... Obviously, the fact I've missed Einsace Assault, Einsace and Heatwave when my man just plays his Griffin to 13 feels a little bit unfortunate. I mean, maybe what this has turned into is just a round 1 Rogner, because I just have no more removal left, right? I missed my bombs. It's just a pretty unfortunate opening hand, really. I mean, it was okay. I can't really complain too much. Probably rather this get oiled than this, right? Because this is, like, the shields are worth so many points on this. Pass? No, we never pass here. We want to win the round. We either want to win on even with Pogner, or we want to just win the round and go long round with Pogner, right? This is why this Griffin Witcher just makes a bit more sense, because this one could die to an oil anyway, right? Yes, it's just a fine play. But this is the thing, right? We were never getting oiled with our flipping Witcher if we could heatwave this. That has made the round a lot more difficult for us, but at the same time, you know, this Pogner is just looking like we're going to win on even, to be fair. Pretty comfortably. This is where they play their flipping Keldar as well, right? Because I've missed my cards. Jeez. I mean, maybe Keldar's fine. It just gives us more shields. I maybe don't even need to commit my own one. Selective mutations is obviously an advantage that our opponent's deck has. Something we're not taking advantage of. But, I mean, winning on even does sound kind of good, to be fair. We could just try and bleed them dry round 2. Get the witches out. Doesn't sound completely terrible. Opponent pinging off shields. It's kind of weird, champ. Yeah, exactly. We don't know if they... Like, we just make sure we stay ahead and we Rogner to win on even here, right? Just the play. So they keep pinging shields, unfortunately, which is a little bit annoying. Maybe they... I guess, like, they're playing shield where it's not that unprecedented that I've got a Pogner, right? But they're not actually killing my stuff, so I don't know. I guess they're just trying to mitigate losing points on this. So this just seems like a pretty clean Pogner, because also it gets our Griffin Witcher at value here. I don't think there's a need to lead a charge or anything here. So we've got 3, 7, so we're at 23 plus 26, 29, 32, 35, 38. We're 10 ahead. Seems pretty good to me. Maybe it was a better play to hit this at the back though and click the Madoc, right? That could have been a nice line. Just to play around Leo, for example. This is, like, actually the best card to have hit, right? Wow. Maybe I could have Rognered and pinged this in case we got the high roll, right? It could have been better. Killing this would have actually been super relevant, right? Because this is going to smurf now, potentially. Well, I mean, the reason that they ping shields, in fairness, is because they had a Griffin Witcher down, right? That they don't want to lose points on. So, it's not out of the question as a reasonable line, I don't think. Specimen does, of course, get them ahead here. Again, like this Madoc play I could have done would have been good, right? Would have denied another point. Scytheman could still smurf here. I mean, how good is Keldar? I would say not that good, honestly. Maybe I'm just overdoing it, though. Feels like this game's gone a little bit wrong by just missing these cards earlier on. How good is Keldar? Like, he basically trades with a Leo, right? Okay, so this is sort of an example. Like, if I am maxi in round 2, right, I would hit the heat wave. I mean, I'm kind of hitting everything, right? Portal's a little bit near the bottom, though. I kind of don't like the sand. Not sure if I've done this correctly. Kind of roped a bit. Don't rope on maxi. Give your chance at time. Give yourself some time to really work out what's going on. It's been a really interesting game. I'm not massively happy with how it's going, though, honestly.
Time is the easy bit. Getting down's another matter.
Like, maybe I could I have ever played Quen when I played Pogna to keep me ahead? Like, the Quen would have been so nice to have played, right? Also, like, a leader charge would have played for 5 points. Could have killed this. There's a few things I could have done a little differently, right? It's been an interesting game, though, for sure. And, again, if we just draw a heat wave, it's kind of a whole different game, right? This round 1 would have been super free. So, yeah, this is my concern. Just trading Keldar down for Leo doesn't seem very good, especially if they've got, like, a flip-in. So I could go for the mentor. I just prefer this line though.
No, oh no. You can't just sacrifice. I can see Saren from here.
Maybe I can deny some Scytheman value. Don't give them Griffin value. Kind of high roll pretty hard here. But this was what I was saying about playing Keldar a few turns ago, right? Like, when I played the Maxi, I would have just had so many more points. So, sitting on this Keldar seems like it was a misplay, really. They're probably just going to take Gwen into... Maybe they just play Mentor, honestly. They could also go for Griffin Witcher, maybe. Obviously, we want them to go for the Witcher trio. We kind of feel good about that. We feel good about the round somewhat. They go Witcher trio, but this Pogna feels so sad, man, right? Yeah. This Pogna was... We should never be losing with a flipping Pogna, right? But here we are, losing pretty heavily. This is just so bad, man. Something went really wrong here, guys. Something went really wrong here. Jesus. And we want an even, but I used 2 leader charges. I needed round control, right? Whatever. It's fine. And I used my Keldar. Einsace, here you are, mate. Welcome. Good to see you. So, I mean, the Moondust is somewhat decent, right? It gets my Matic out. It's a 7, but... It's a bit more juicy, I guess. Oh, did I No, I could have transformed Matic. Right. I thought I transformed my Matic for a minute. I was a bit worried. Because that is something you can do, right? You transform Matic into an Adept. If you're an absolute geezer, that is the kind of thing you would do. So how do they answer a back row Einsace? I mean, they don't, right? But they could just play Witches. I just think we're losing here. Like, I just think we're losing. Keldar was the juice, really. Like, this isn't even a very good heat wave, really.
Can't see it getting any better than this. Valyria and Rivia!
It's all gone a little bit wrong.
Unlike some, my dear Cohen, I polish my quill, not my sword.
Do we win? 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 So I could have an extra point if I backdraw Einsace, but I was right, they would just slam the witches, right? Oh! Easy game. What a victory, chat. What a victory. What a performance. Let's flipping go, chat. They miss witches. Let's flipping go. Oh my god, what a moment. This is peak Gwent right here. This is a really flipping interesting game. It's stressful. This is what Gwent should be about. Do you know what Gwent should be about? This. Do you know what Gwent shouldn't be about? Gwent should not be about vlogging or Siri Dash. Like, look at how interesting this game is compared to Siri Dash or a clogging game. Gwent is a great game, as evidenced by this game right here. Game number 2. Skellige. I said this was a good matchup. Gwent Knight, don't want it. Portal, Assault, Heatwave, Maxi. Hello! Now, my philosophy on the Mentor usually is you don't actually want this card in your hand. You just might want to Assault for it, Gwen for it. Let's get rid. Let's keep this hand. It's fine. No bricks. No need for a Mentor, right? Now, dilemma. Griffin Witcher dies to quite a lot. Blue balls does clean up. This card is also really flipping good. But also I want my zeal on this card, right? Like I want to give this the flipping, sorry, the veil. So, couple lines. Line 1, play this, veil it. Get Blue Boyd for 4 charges. Play number 2 is Adept. I want to win the round without playing Assault because then I can bleed into round 2 for free. So this is not an option. Other option is Portal into Quedweni Knight. Just win the 66%. Because then this plays around blue balls when I play my next card. Thank you. I had a really bad feeling I was going to hit the Adept, right? But also something I've learned is 1 Adept in hand is really good because then your Portal doesn't just get cucked, right? This is where a target practice would be nice, but could always John for a target practice if this card is being threatened, right? Assaulting for John for target practice. It's not super ideal, but it does thin your deck a decent amount as well, right? And the Griffin Witches are just a banger with the bombs. Like, it's just good. It just is. So we'll ping this one down. We go for the Northern Wind on this to banish, and it spawns in the front row. Come on, Maddox. What is wrong with you, man? Like, what is actually wrong with you, mate? Have you got something matter? I'm also really glad we found the Knight. The tempo is good here for sure. But if this spawns, I like, we just clean up, man. This is a disaster. Now I've just got to click this in for nothing. Like, Maddox. Like, can you not? This ship would be dead, guys. Oh my god, Maddox. What is actually wrong with you, man? This guy's got some serious issues of spawning in the wrong row. Hit Maddox. Thank you. See, he did something here. So what if we secretly Maxi? I don't hate it. But my thinking here, chat, to confirm, is they're probably going to push us, right? I don't really want to play this Adept just yet. Like, the shield gets pinged off and it dies. I'm also planning on pushing into round 2 with some tempo using this Assault, right? I'll use Assault this round if I need to, but the fact this is veiled, we should be fine. I don't want to play this card. Like, I don't want to play Maxi in round 2, and I'm confident that I don't just play Maxi on a dry pass. I'm confident I'm winning this round. I mean, this is pretty nice, right? I find everything. The Einsace is all I'm missing, really. Quen into Barangar is a little bit far down, but this is fine. Einsace is the card we're really looking for, right? I drew everything. It's just not doing much here, though, is it, this Adept? Like, it's really good as well later on. Like, this is just a bit of a money card. The only reason, really, I kept this card is because... I can't remember. English is hard. Oh, I guess we just play the Adept, innit? It's a wholesome 4-pointer. Like, we just wanted some more bombs here, I guess. Maybe this is a moment where you're like, Spess, do you remember that you mulliganed this Mentor? I say yes, I do remember that. But then we also could be, if I ditch the Adept, I could be left in the situation where my Portal hits double Adept. And that would be a disaster. But yeah, like, just imagine this Maddock was here. This would have been dead by now, right? We'd be killing this. Add another bomb as well. Like, yep, easy round. Dunzo. I mean, there is an argument to say that Pogner's not that good in this one because all the shields are going to get pinged off. Obviously, I could transform my Maddock, but that seems pretty bad. It doesn't seem great. But this is now going to start killing things, right? How good is Heatwave in this matchup? Not very good. And this is our pass because I've got the Veiled Griffin Witcher, right? Like, we just win. I just have to go down to Adrenaline 3 to do it. So actually, this is a lesson, right? I think the perfect card to have in my hand here was this. I don't want to play a Heatwave. Imagine the Griffin Witcher Mentor. Like, if this Veil sticks, the Griffin Witcher is actually a banger. So consider when you're going first, keeping the Mentor, right? Because this is what often happens. They just push you until you get to 3. And you spend a gold card because your hand's too good. When this card's just going to smurf for you. So, target practice is not bad. We could honestly just kick the John though, right? And just kick the assault, go John into assault. I kind of like it. I should know what I'm hitting from Maxi, right? But I completely don't have a bloody clue. I'm completely honest. This is a nice find. So yeah, we just go assault for probably the adept. Let's just make this our Pogner round. We'll also play Keldar. And John's just helping us play around the Pred Dive, right? Playing around Pred Dive against SK. But no, it helps just play around like Blue Boy and stuff like that, keeping the John. Makes sense. The target practice would have been nice though, honestly, if I just kept. Isn't a long round better? So, like, long round is good because we have shields, but like Skellige is also good in long round. I think the really important thing to realize is round control in Gwent is super important. And what we managed to do in round 1 is we managed to win round 1 without committing our assault. So I'm playing an assault for the first time here. So this like big tempo play I've made, 11 points on the board, is trading for a Herald that they can only play once, right? It's actually trading up on a Herald. You know what I mean? So that's why it's good, right? This was for free. I can pass here and I've made a really good trade, right? And this was sort of our game plan in round 1. I said, like, right from the start, we had a few options. One was to assault for the Griffin Witcher, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to win the round without using assault. So, yeah. I mean, we could just pass. But I also have this. This is my last adept, right? So I think I'm just going to continue playing. This is the only adept I have. I'm pretty content. Like, I've still got the flipping Geralt, maybe. So I'm just going to continue going, because this is my only adept. Pogner's just not that good otherwise. I think we're just kind of fine here. Like, they just made a tempo play. This is not like an engine threat or anything, right? I think we just keep going, honestly. Good old blue balls. Don't kill the Keldar, whatever you flipping do, man. Killing the Witcher student isn't great either, but I can take the target practice here on Keldar. Target practice is just a smurf card, man. So good. And also Keldar gets points passively when we pass. Also, this Demetrium bomb has like the added effect of Maddock. Like, this deck just, like, any Maddock deck has a benefit that has a benefit of going into all 3 rounds. And Revenants doesn't want to go into all 3 rounds, right? It's a really big thing I found when I was playing Revenants. I just didn't want to play into all 3. Whereas with this deck, it just feels correct to play into all 3. So I'm kind of content with just Einsacing this, just going for it. But maybe this is just too much. Maybe I just don't need to bother, right? Like, I could just, I could take a 4 removal on this, right? Because it kind of denies points. Not really, though. What's a threat at 6? I mean, this Einsacing keeps its shield if I duel this. I think I kind of like it. I'm just going for it. I've still got my assault, right? Let's just go for it. This way, I keep the shield, which is worth 3 points, right? Holding onto the shield. I kind of want to use my full... I guess I don't, because Morkvarg exists. I don't really want to use my full either, right? Like, really, Pogner is a really nice play against Skellige if you have last say. So maybe this was just overdoing it, the sign says, but I mean... We're just cruising, right? Sod it. I could just pass. Could just not even poggers. I mean, we will, right? But kind of didn't plan on going all in, but like, what are they really going to do about it? They'll do nothing. I guess I could have killed the blue balls because they were always getting the heal value, but also they could have like a quartermaster or something against their leader. Maybe, I don't know. Should be fine. Should be all good.
Treason, turncoats, rats. Retrieve the bolt.
Bang! Now I see they have a Morkvarg, but this is 22 points for 8 provisions. That's a lot of points. Also, you saw how good the Shield Wall leader ability is with Einsace, with Keldar. And it's also just flexible. Like, I could have just held a leader charge. I've got some carryover. There's all sorts of things you can do, right? So I guess Morkvarg is not going to be enough anyway, right? We just 2-0. Like, 2-0ing Skellige, it's Ceres anyway. 2-0ing Skellige as Northern Realms is... wow. You know, with an Assault spare as well, let's not forget. So this deck just does really well into Skellige. And I think there's a really good chance I'll be bringing this deck to the top 64 qualifiers next weekend. Feels good. Okay, we're in game number 3. Now, this is a really bad matchup, I think. I say really bad. I think this is like the biggest difference between where Revenants will do really well. Revenants against like these Cloggers decks feels a lot better than this will probably, but hi-ho. So John is bricked. I kind of messed up my mulligans a bit, right? I was a little bit lax with them. But the thing that's really nice, as soon as this Mentor's come into the deck, like, you can just be a lot more aggressive with mulligans. Because even if you hit Madoc, you can just put him away, right? Save him for a rainy day. So I don't think there's any disadvantage of just going Griffin, Witch, or Crystal Skull in this matchup. We don't know exactly what it is. If it's Cloggers, etc. Moon? No. 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 Where is my Northern Wind? Shit. Bollocks. Okay, that's John to thin.
Temeria has yet to speak its last.
Maybe the pendulum. I'm much better at that.
The good news is, I mean, they're going to still... hopefully, it shows Madoc and not flipping Einsace. I'm going to be really cross if it shows Einsace, guys. I'm going to throw it out there, alright? Just be prepared for some raging. Also, like, one Moondust going. Like, hopefully this Adept goes through now. Spoiler alert, they're going to have another one. Please don't Warrit my Heatwave or Einsace. What I'm supposed to do in this matchup, chat, is actually Mulligan Assault, right? So flipping Warrit Madoc! No, it's Portal. Shit on it. Absolute bollocks, mate. This is really unfortunate. What I'm supposed to do, learn my lesson, flip in Mulligan Assault, right? Like, I even said I trolled my Mulligans. Mulligan Assault, because... I mean, the really good thing is, as well, they get to play like a wholesome 12-point Mentor first, as well. Which I'm really looking forward to. That's going to be great. Feels so good. Like, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, in comes a 12-point. But at least you drew this. I mean, not really. But yeah, Mulligan Assault if you've got John. Because you let them Warrit the Assault, and then you counters this really badly, right? Anybody that plays Warrit is an absolute goon. I could never dream of playing such a card. Kind of funny how this has become the most common lockdown deck, really. You're going to Heatwave my Madoc. Sure. I mean, it seems kind of bad, honestly. Kind of happy with that. I mean, there's a chance they play Invo. Not out of the question. Pass, question mark? Passing isn't a terrible idea. No, because they can just go... I mean, maybe. Nah, I don't want to pass. Like, I've got a Pogner. I just want to win the round, right? I've got Quen. Passing is not a good idea. My concern is I want to boost this, but like I just don't have any other plays I want to make just yet. And I don't want to play into Invo. more than I need to. I guess Pogner could also get invoed though, so maybe I just play into invo. I'm concerned about double arms. This is 14 if they want it, but they go for the alchemist first, sure.
Don't touch those mixtures.
Oh!
Contain me.
Oh! Guys! Gwent into alchemist! Oh, get absolutely wrecked. Oh my god. Get completely and utterly dominated.
Only 2 targets.
How do you feel, mate? How do you feel? Do I want a bomb or do I just give him... Maxi's good for the anti... I don't need Maxi, right? I've got everything. I've got Portal on top of my deck. I've got Assault. I don't flipping need Maxi. Here. This is how confident I am. Take my anti-clogging card. Oh!
Can I come down now?
Oh! This just got spicy, mate. Yeah, why would you location for the alchemist if you've got access to the alchemist, chat? Oh! Yeah, they played the alchemist. This. Ah, get wrecked! I can't believe I forgot to BM them.
I shall come. I shall see. I shall conquer.
Yes! Get absolutely dominated, son. But a bomb is loads of points for them, right? So I think giving them max is fine. I've got everything except this flipping heatwave, right? I got it all, mate. I've got it all. Wow, what a turn of events. What a moment. What a moment, man.
The senses can
No!
easily.
I mean, I can just pass, right? Oh, yes, I get Maxi back as well. It's not even that bad. I mean, I can just pass. Like, hello? 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 Oh, this guy is just not ready for the smoke. You cannot do this, man. You just played like, Guys, I played 2 of their mentors already. 3 mentors already. 3 mentors. Oh my goodness. 3 mentors, chat. 3 of them. 3. And I can maxi on the dry pass too. Oh! Hits all the armor. Hits all the shields. Oh no. Oh no. Is it? Don't red haze me. Red haze is a bit more than any other bomb. No! It would have been enough even without red haze, right? I should be playing around red haze though, to be fair. Like, could I have cucked him? Probably, right? I probably could have cucked him further. Because I buffed my tingy, my John boy. Yeah, red cards are good. I've still got my assault if they for some reason want to try and push me. Moondust is pretty bad. Can go. Moondust is pretty bad. This can go. Northern Wind is pretty good. I drew it last flipping round. A seer? Hello? What? What are you asseering back, mate? Location? Ugh. Ugh. Good thing I've got my assault to get ahead, right? In other words, come on then, son. You want some? I'll give it you. Basically. Kick Pogner? True, I could have kicked the old Pogner. I mean, I could go Adept here, right? Adept for... It is very true. Adept doesn't get me ahead, does it? Roach put back. Oh, right. Location still in play. Yeah, that's true. So we just go Knight here. These are all good points, chat. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. This is an 8. This is a 9. This is a 12. This is a thing that Revenants wouldn't be able to do either, right? Just slam the Knight. Also, like, Einsace isn't really that good here. So, I mean, I lose my card, but I can Northern Wind him. Get winded. Plays for 3 tempo, so I'd need a 6. Maxi wouldn't be enough, but... Einsaces. This would be pretty sad if they pass, honestly. Have to do this though, because if they've got a if they've landed back row, I might not go for this, but
Focus on its movements. Quiet the noise in your head.
this Pogner's a bit
Polish my quill.
monker. I mean, I mulliganed 2 bombs, right, which played for the same amount of points, in fairness. And there's a chance I was going to go for an Adept, so it's probably reasonable to have held on to it, honestly. I don't think it's a complete disaster for them, man. Make a 1 trip air, just to make a 1 thing clear, to fly up to Edinburgh. I didn't play around Red Haze again, right? But just don't high roll. Just don't high roll. the Dimitri and bomb into killing Keldar would be disastrous. We can also play the Maxi here to see what we're going to draw into. It'd be really nice if they go for like a clog here, right? I mean, to be fair to Poggers, he was doing a job in round 1 if we needed him. Dancing Star. Wow. That's some pretty nice Dancing Star value, actually. The Falla Bomb. So I've got +4 points. +4. Can I hold on to the Einsace, basically? +4 is 17. Yeah, I just play Maxi Pogner, right? Don't play Einsace. Wait, 8 points puts me at 21. Wait! I can just play Einsace and take it. Is that right? 15, 17, 21, 25. Yes! Let me check again because I don't want to get it wrong. Chat, can you validate my maths? 15, 17, 21, 25. Oh, señor, señor. And also, like, I've got Assault, right, still. This is the other thing that's so nice about these target practices, man. Target practice is just absolutely filth. I mean, I don't need Maxi. I just want my double card advantage, right? That's more the thing. Like, I can play Mentor as well, right? Heatwave. Hello? Hello? Please?
To slay dragons, 'tis our nightly duty.
Pogner's a 7 if I Assault for Thingamajig. So, I mean, obviously I'm keeping this, and I'm going to Assault for something else. So the Adept plays as a Witcher, which makes this less awkward. It's a 7. It's just a 6. Maybe it's not true. Maybe I just want to Assault for this, right? My thinking was I want to go Assault for the Adept because... I mean, it's honestly, I can transform this as well, right? Oh, imagine kicking Pogner, guys. Imagine... Who said kick Pogner? Who was it? Confess. 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 Oh, no. This game has just been something else. Oh, I'm playing into Red Haze, rip. This game has been something else. Oh, my goodness. Oh! I just want to Pogner before they forfeit, right? I just want to make sure I Pogner before they forfeit. No, you said kick Pogner in the last round, which is fair, but this round is different, right? When I thingamajiggied. Yes, let's go! What performance! This guy just got completely and utterly wrecked. Let's go, man. I'm playing in top 64 qualifiers if you've watched this far. 1 week away. I'm going to be streaming it on Twitch. I'm going to upload it to YouTube. If I win the tournament, I will play it in Open. That's pretty cool. My first time playing in like a qualifier. If I win, guys, I'll be at a Gwent Open. Think about that. Imagine that, yeah? Imagine. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Deuces.